what we're trying to do here is create the illusion that people are looking at paintings or very decorative pictures, and therefore delay the point at which they realise what's actually going on as long as possible. My name is Jonathan Yeo. This is porn in the USA, and I'm responsible for it. Should I smile more? People hardly ever spot these unless you have them pointed out.
I know.
The portraits, and the nudes especially, people suspect there's something going on. And the wallpaper is obviously, you know, the idea was to sort of sell it as sort of wallpaper prices, so people take it home and put, put it in their bathroom. You're just using porn instead of paint, and that's another confusion for people, because they think they're in a gallery looking at a painting. It sort of elevates its status. They give it a sort of certain level of reverence that as soon as they know it's porn and made from the cheapest, most disposable material imaginable, that it's confusing. It's like, oh, hang on, but I thought it was something amazing, and now it's, oh, what is it? It's sort of that's quite fun as well. Best thing is when people see one of these the first time, and they look, and then something catches their eye that bothers them. I try and make one or two details in each picture just enough, obvious enough from a distance that sort of just pulls them in, and then obviously the closer they get, the more detail shows up. The process of making the collages was that my first instinct was to go to the local newsagent and clear the top shelf and take them home and cut them up. But they all have this massive limitation, which is that everyone looks too healthy in them. And the trouble is that doesn't actually bear any relation to the skin tones in normal life. So the best thing for me is second-hand porn shops and places that no one else would think to go to. There is a slight danger that people might say that absolutely, definitely my vagina. And if they could prove it, then I probably would owe them a royalty. Sarah, yes. I mean, the subjects I pick for the collages, I try and make it ones where they're people who've traded on their sexuality or their sort of questionable morality. I don't know the truth about these people. I'm just basing it purely on the sort of media image. So it's quite a nice sort of like little escape for me. And all my friends in the art business were saying, you're wasting your time, painting's dead, no one wants that stuff anymore, least of all portraits. I guess I have got a slightly perverse nature. I quite like it when people tell me I'm doing something wrong. It makes me want to do it more. I think also I wanted to get good at something before diversifying. Portraits are quite a disciplined thing. You've got to look very carefully. There's very little room for error. And so it's quite a good way to teach you how to paint very precisely and really sort of learn the craft. People walk around the show, then they see that, and they go, what, you do this as well?
Literally,
and so then they go around and look at the show again more slowly. It's people, I think, once they realise you can do it properly, it sort of reassures them that they can spend longer looking at the other pictures.
Because that's actually painting.
And it's quite fitting for the show because the show is titled Porn in the USA, and it all revolves around nudity, and hopefully it'll draw people into the gallery to view the last couple days of the show. That's the idea.
It's time to move on artistically. I think there are lots of other ideas I want to try, but also I think I need to have a break from looking at all this filth all day in my studio. I mean, you start to have funny dreams, and it completely desensitizes you to porn. And so, you get used to seeing it everywhere, and you don't react to it anymore. I'm not sure how healthy that is. I think it'd be good for me to go back and just sort of do some nice paintings for a while.